Welcome to episode 119 of the Oklahoma Real Estate Show. Today's show is a focus on the fresh smell of a brand new home. Yes, affordable new home shopping is imminent.
I'm only holding on to something in my head because I'm lonely. I never ever meant to hurt you, but it doesn't make it any less true. But it doesn't make it any less true. You say you notice how my eyes have been glowing since I've been on my own. I was scared to start my own new story. I've been stuck for too long. I was running from the bell.
This morning I logged into MLS, and of the 1,067 homes that were listed for sale in the last 20 days, 50% of the homes were brand new construction. Now, before you run out and sell all your stock in the home builder index, we need to take a deep breath and realize two important things. Pre-existing homes, or just normal homes that get listed like your home you're living in now, typically don't come booming on the market till spring. Home builders often list their homes months before they are completed. So really, these are homes that won't even be available to move into until summer or even fall this year. That being said, it's still shocking to see such a large share of housing being new construction, which to my knowledge has not happened since Tom Cruise and the other cowboys competed in the Oklahoma Land Rush movie called Far and Away in 1992. Or was that 1889? I get confused. The main point to take away for all of this is that if you're looking for new construction this spring and summer, there will be a smashing assortment of builder incentives.
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And no one knows how to get these better than, well, me. But don't just take my word for it. The Oklahoman did an article last month showing just how fast new construction hit the brakes to counteract this glut in supply. Home builders in Oklahoma City, which has one of the most stable housing markets in the nation, didn't just slow down in 2022. Facing inflation, the highest mortgage rates in a generation, and a sudden plunge in demand, they slammed on the brakes towards the end of the year, sending parts of the economy to a screeching halt. With inflation hitting so hard and so fast, it'll take time for things to settle out again, said Jason Snuff of Vesta Homes. He's the president of the Central Oklahoma Home Builders Association. The year ended with 6,618 new houses being built in Oklahoma City metro area. That's down 21% compared with 2021. This according to Dharma Incorporated's Builders Report. But stats from the fourth quarter, they're the ones that show the skid. Builders started just 741 homes in October of this past year, November and December. That was 1,055 fewer new homes than during the last 3 months of the year before. That's a plunge of 59% according to Norman-based Dharma Incorporated. Here's why this matters. Even to people not looking to buy a new house, home construction is a heavy hitter in the general economy. So those 1,000 or so homes not built meant nearly 3,000 full-time jobs not created. 162 million in wages unpaid, 118 million in business income forgone, and 11 million in taxes and revenue not collected by state, local, and federal governments. This all according to the National Association of Home Builders. The construction swoon further limits the supply of homes for sale, which will support prices despite decreased demand. Limited inventory has kept home prices firm in Oklahoma City as they've plunged elsewhere. Prices in Oklahoma will remain strong for the foreseeable future. This according to San Diego-based construction coverage. an online data analysis provider geared towards builders. Using data from Zillow, Construction Coverage determined that Oklahoma, Iowa, and Alaska have the most stable housing markets in the United States, based on the probability that a buyer purchasing a home anytime since 2000 would see its market price drop more than 5%. All three of these states had a 0% chance of that happening, Construction Coverage said. In Oklahoma City specifically, the firm reported a chance of experiencing a 5% price drop from 2000 to present day was a 0% chance. The largest price drop, 2000 to present, was just $5,304. The percentage change in home price 2000 to present was 143% in central Oklahoma. Newcomers to Oklahoma will help keep home prices stable, builders say. We have been and still are undervalued compared to most states across the nation. We've seen so many people moving to Oklahoma from the coast due to the housing affordability and the lower cost of living we have here. In 2020 to 2021, Oklahoma did turn a demographic corner. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City, more people moved into Oklahoma from other states than in any time in recent decades, reversing a recent trend of outmigration, especially of college graduates. However, for home construction, 2023 will start slowly and putter for a while, said Mike Means, Executive Vice President of the Oklahoma Home Builders Association. We expect the market to remain fairly flat for about 6 months and then begin to start back up again. However, we don't expect it to increase back to the rate that it was. But since Oklahoma is now in the top 10 of in-migration states, there should be a good supply of potential buyers. Means further goes on to say, last year was a mixed bag. Obviously, at the beginning of the year, the builders were still going strong and still dealing with supply chain issues, he said. But inflation was rearing its ugly head and rates have started to move. But buyer demand was still strong. Then the rate hike continued and mortgage rates began to move upward to the point where it accomplished what the Fed wanted. Buyer demand fell drastically. So we ended the year still dealing with a supply chain issue. Though nowhere near where they were, lumber prices back down to the pre-COVID numbers, but with buyers really pulling back on purchasing homes. In fact, some builders are back to somewhat normal practice of incentivizing purchasers of homes. Here are the observations on the outlook for 2023 from some prominent Oklahoma City area home builders. Homes by Tabor, based in Oklahoma City, was the most active builder in 2022, with 518 new homes built. There's a great statement coming from Lindsay, Director of Marketing. She told the Oklahoman, "There is not a builder in the country that has not faced challenges in the past year. Between supply chain issues and fluctuating interest rates, Homes by Tabor has been fighting through those challenges. For good reason. Affordability was a buzzword in 2022. The new floor plans with updated, included features were necessary for prospective homebuyers to have an opportunity to buy a new quality home. Homes by Tabor looks forward to a promising year in 2023. Tabor is releasing 3 new floor plans this year in the 1,200 to 1,400 square foot, with a starting price in the low 200s. Tabor has stated that they intend on maintaining their proudly overbuilt offerings with the new affordable series, maximizing quality and energy efficiency. They claim this new series will be unmatched in central Oklahoma and will fill a much-needed offering this summer. They're calling the new line the Blue Series, and it's well worth looking into. Ideal Homes and Neighborhoods, who's based in Norman, they were the 3rd most active builder in 2022 with 474 homes built. They stated in their interview with the Oklahoman that 2022 was one of the most interesting years in new construction that we've witnessed in our 30 years in business. It started with a record high sales, in part thanks to the record low interest rates, but as fall approached, consumer readiness to buy shifted to a more cautious level towards the end of the year. 2022 has ended very profitably, but with a different trajectory as we would have imagined at the beginning of the year. Going into 2022, Ideal Homes predicts that buyers will be extremely interested in new construction, especially at this time when inventory is still quite low. Interest rates are stabilizing at a lower rate than the peak in 2022, and Ideal Homes and neighborhood financing incentives are creating very attractive rates for buyers. Consumer confidence in the housing industry will continue to rise back to normal levels this year. We'll open at least 4 new communities, he said, in the highly desirable areas, including the first one opening in Tulsa, as well as numerous sections of existing communities. In 2023, it will be shaping up to be a positive year for Ideal Homes and neighborhoods. What about McCaleb Homes in Edmond? He's the 11th most active in 2022 with 73 new homes built. He says the good news is that we're still seeing the majority of our buyers moving to Oklahoma from out of state. Those buyers view our real estate market as very affordable compared to where they live now. We're hoping that the Fed is nearly done on rate hikes so we can get back to a more balanced real estate market. If you are looking for new construction this year, the race is on. The last 20 days of listings in the MLS showed near 50% of the homes on the market are now new construction. This means this summer will be a showdown like no other in the builder competitions. That puts you as a new home buyer in a great position. So arm yourself with a well-connected agent like myself and get ready for some negotiations this year. For more information or to contact me directly, please visit oklahomarealestateshow.com.